Hi everyone, it's Eagle of Zeus here. So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I personally practice Hellenism. And this video, I got the idea to make this video from a friend of mine. So, so I'm going to talk about how I personally practice Hellenic Polytheism. And I know I did make a video kind of similar to this a few years ago, and I titled it My Hellenic Practice. I don't exactly remember everything I said in that video since it was a while ago I made it, and I haven't watched it since then. So I'm not really sure how different I'm not really sure how much my practice has changed since then. I mean, I feel like it's changed a little, but I'm not sure how similar it's going to be to that previous video, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, so yeah, I don't know how similar this video is gonna be to that one, but I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of different. So, alright. So how I practice Hellenism. Uh, well, like I said in a previous video, when I first became a Hellenist, I was more of like a strict recon. I was more of a strict reconstructionist. But over time, I've become much more revivalist, much more like laid back, not as strict recon as I used to be. There are still a few things I do that would be considered recon, such as keeping my Oronic and Chthonic uh, worship separate, like my rituals, keeping them separate, and honoring Oronic deities separate from the Chthonic. And also, I don't share in the offerings with the Chthonic deities. Stuff like that. There are some things that I still do that are considered recon, but for the most part, I mean, I'm pretty much more of a revivalist now. I mean, honestly, like keeping an indoor chthonic altar is a revivalist thing right there, because the ancient Greeks didn't keep, well, they didn't have like chthonic like shrines or altars back in ancient Greece, but they would do their chthonic worship outside, and not just outside their home, but outside the city. Like they would go all the way outside their city gates to honor the chthonic gods such as Hades. So anyway, I am more of a revivalist now, and um I let me think. I um I don't really follow one specific like type of Hellenism. I mean, I mostly follow what most Hellenists follow, which is like Athenian Attic Hellenism. So basically, what they practiced in Athens. I don't really like practice anything like, I know some people are into like Sparta and some of the other city states, but I mainly stick with the Athenian slash Attic practice. Like I follow the Athenian calendar, the Attic calendar, and stuff like that. I just stick with the Athenian. Um, and I well, when it comes, I don't really follow any mystery cults, or like I'm not into Orphism or uh anything like that. I mean, I do follow certain like philosophers. Like I do consider myself like Pythagorean, um and also Platonic as well, kind of. But I'm not like super strict with those. Like I just believe I share in some beliefs with some Pythagorean beliefs and the Platonism, or I guess you'd call it Neoplatonism, but I don't strictly follow any one philosopher. I kind of just take what I believe, or what, like, things that I agree with that philosophers teach. And like I follow stoicism, but that's more secular. I Stoicism, it is a philosophical practice, but it's more secular. It's not really connected to religion. I mean, you can be any religion and um follow stoicism, but I guess the same could be said for even like Platonism, because there are a lot of Christian Platonists out there. So yes, but yeah, so those are some philosophies I follow, or some philosophers that I follow. But I'm not really strictly dedicated to one philosopher, or one, like, uh I'm not really strictly dedicated to any one, like, practice, I guess. Like some people are, like, there's like Orphic Hellenists out there who stick with Orphism and their traditions and beliefs and festivals and stuff like that. And then there's also like Julian Hellenists that follow like Emperor Julian and what he believed and taught. But I'm not really, like I said, I'm mainly just Athenian, Attic, like kind of what most Hellenists follow, but I'm not super strict about it. Like, I just honestly, like, whatever I vibe with, whatever I agree with, whatever, like, I share beliefs with, I follow it, or I add it to my practice. So I just consider myself a Hellenist, or Hellenic polytheist, or Hellenic pagan. I use all of those labels, but I'm just a general, like, Hellenist. So yeah, so that's like what type of Hellenist I am. But as far as my personal practice, like what I do, like my daily practice, or like how I practice, I mean, like, I have an altar, which I've shown in previous videos, and I do rituals. I I try and do something at least on my days off, or after work, because I work early in the morning, so I don't really have time to do a ritual before work. So if I do a ritual on my work days, I do it after work, but I usually tend to do my rituals on my days off. But every day I do say a prayer, like, what, after I get ready in the morning, like brush my teeth, wash my face, I say like a good morning type of prayer to the gods, just, general thanks for everything, and pray for their blessings for the day. But it's just like an informal prayer. It's not something I do at my altar. And I also try and say a prayer every night before bed, kind of a similar, like a good night prayer, thanking them for the day and everything. Um, so I do say an informal prayer every day to the gods, like before, um, in the morning, and also at night before bed. But as far as rituals at my altar, I tend to do those on my days off, and I honor the 12 dodecatheon, and I also honor Lord Dionysos, since for me the 12th Olympian is Hestia, so I honor Dionysos separately from the dodecatheon, but he is part of my daily ritual I do at my altar, which, like I said, normally I do on my days off, but sometimes I might do it after work. Um, and I also honor Lady Hecate and Lady Persephone, and also Lord Helios, Lady Hemera, and Lady Eos if it's daytime, but if it's evening, I honor Selene instead. So yeah, those are the deities that I honor, like during my daily ritual I do at my altar, and I do my informal prayers to just all of the Thei. Um, Now I know a lot of people pronounce it Theoi, but it is actually Thei. Uh, but I mean, if you want to pronounce, I mean, if you pronounce it Theoi, that's fine. But I did learn that it in Greek it is Thei, because Theos is one god. Thei is multiple gods. But anyway, just because I don't want people saying I'm pronouncing it wrong. So anyway, just a general prayer to the Thei I do in the morning after I wake up and before I go to bed, just an informal prayer of thanks, general thanks and everything. And I also say a prayer before meals to Lady Hestia, um, Lady Demeter, Lord Zeus Cathesios, and to the Agathos Daemon. I say a prayer before meals, and just an informal prayer. And I think that's about it. Oh, also I usually say a quick prayer to Lord Hermes if I travel. Like if when I go to work and I come home, I say a prayer of thanks to him for the safe travels when I get to my destination. So that's another kind of daily thing I do, a daily prayer I do. And then I don't know, just there's certain things that I dedicate to the gods. Like I try and eat healthy. I'm trying to get my diet back on track. I'm trying to eat healthier. So that's just kind of a like something that I dedicate to the gods, like a devotional act, like a devotional thing that I dedicate to the gods is trying to eat healthy, make healthier choices. Um yeah, but I think that's about it. I think that's really my Hellenic practice. I mean, I do I do some other practices, like I do like witchcraft and divination, and I also practice druidry, but the to me those are separate from my Hellenic practice, my religion. They're separate practices. So I don't include those with Hellenism, but those are just some other practices I do. Well, actually, divination. Actually, no, divination. I do kind of mix with Hellenism because I communicate with the Greek gods through divination. So I guess that could be lumped in with my Hellenic practice. But witchcraft and druidry are secular for me. Uh, but yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't know. I'm I mean, this doesn't really have anything to do with Hellenism, I guess, but I'm also an animist. I'm like a really like strong animist. So I believe everything has a spirit. Every like animal, plant, even like rocks and everything on the earth has like a its own spirit, but I don't really think that's a common Hellenic belief, but that's a belief I have. Um I guess while I'm also talking about beliefs, I'm also uh uh what's it called? Oh, I'm omnistic. I'm not an omnist because I know omnist is like a religion itself. I'm not an omnist, but I'm omnistic. Like my beliefs are omnistic, meaning I believe there's truth in all religions. So I don't believe like my religion, Hellenism, is the only truth, is the only true religion. I don't believe Hellenism is the only true religion, or the Greek gods are the only true gods. So yeah, my beliefs are also omnistic. So I believe all gods from all pantheons are real. And and I know I've mentioned this in a previous video too. I don't use the labels hard and soft polytheist. I'm just kind of in the middle. Some deities I do believe are like separate, like deities, like distinct separate deities, but other deities I think might actually be the same deities, just different names and different forms. But yeah, so I don't use those labels, hard and soft polytheist. So anyway, I guess that's about it. I hope I didn't forget anything, but uh well, actually, I guess I could talk about my beliefs in the afterlife since that is connected with religion and Hellenism real fast. So I do believe in reincarnation, and I also believe in afterlives, and I believe the afterlife varies depending on your belief. Um, but I do believe in reincarnation, but I believe it's a choice. Like we choose when or if we reincarnate. I don't believe it's an automatic thing like a lot of people do. And, but yeah, I do believe in afterlives. Like that there is like, places people go after death, that it's not just an automatic reincarnation. So, yeah. But like I said, I believe the afterlife varies, like depending on your beliefs. I don't believe we all go to the same afterlife. So yeah, okay, I think that's it now. I mean, I don't know. I hope I didn't forget anything, but like I said, I don't have any notes for this video. I'm just making it just whatever comes to my mind. I don't have any notes. But I think I pretty much covered everything I believe and everything, or at least the most important things, the most important parts of my beliefs and my practice. Oh, I also follow the pillars of Hellenismos, and I do follow like the what was it called? Well, the golden verses of Pythagoras. I want it's called the tenets of Solon or something like that. I think I said it right. And I follow some of the Delphic oracle Delphic maxims, not oracle. The Delphic maxims, but obviously some of them are a product of their time to that society of the past. But I do follow the majority of the Delphic maxims, and yeah. All right, so I think I'm gonna end it here because this video is almost 20 minutes long. But like I said, I think I pretty much covered the most important parts of my beliefs and my practice. So yeah, I hope this was interesting and uh maybe may showed people that we all have our own beliefs, even if we share a religion like Hellenic Polytheism, it's a very vast religion of many different beliefs and practices, and every practice is valid and every practice is unique to the practitioner, and we're all united through the gods, even if we have different practices and varying beliefs, we're all connected through the gods. So yeah, all right. I think I'll end the video here. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, and may the gods bless you all. Bye.